These are Calc 3 final exam solutions for the 11 o'clock class. Number 1, cosine of theta is A dot B over magnitude of A, magnitude of B. Dot product is -4 plus 3 plus 6, which is a numerator of 5. Denominator is the norm of A, which is 1 plus 4 plus 9, square root. And norm of B is square root of 16 plus 1 plus 9. That's 5 over radical 14, radical 26. Theta is inverse cosine of 5 over radical 364, 75 degrees. 21, to go from P to Q is the vector 1, 2, 1. P to R is 4, 3, 8. Take the cross product, IJK 1, 2, 1, 4, 3, 8, which is 16 minus 3, the opposite of 8 minus 4, and then 3 minus 8. It's 13, -4, -5. The area is half the area of the parallelogram, so 1/2 the square root of 169 plus 16 plus 25, 1/2 of radical 210. Number 3, to go from 2, -1, 3 to 4, -2, 5 is vector 2, -1, 2. So x is 2 plus 2t, y is -1 minus t, z is 3 plus 2t. Solve each of them for t. So t is x minus 2 over 2, which is y plus 1 over -1, which is z minus 3 over 2. Number 4, this is the r prime is 2 cosine t, -3 sine t. Plug in pi over 3, 2 times cosine of pi over 3 is 1/2. -3 times sine of pi over 3 is radical 3 over 2. So 2, 1, -3 radical 3 over 2. Unit tangent vector is 2, 1, -3 radical 3 over 2 over the magnitude of this vector, which is 2 squared plus 1 squared plus this thing squared is 9 times 3 is 27 over 4. This is 5, which is 20 over 4. So this comes out to be 47 over 4. Clean it up, multiply top and bottom by 2. So 4, 2, -3 radical 3 over radical 47. Number 5, dx dt squared is 2. dy dt squared is e to the 2t. dz dt squared is e to the -2t. That factors in the e to the t plus e to the -t quantity squared, whose square root is e to the t plus e to the -t. So when you integrate, you have e to the t minus e to the -t. Plug in 1, you have e minus e to the -1. Plug in 0, you get 1 minus 1 or 0. Final answer is e minus e to the -1. Number 6, r, this is r of t, r prime I should have written. So r prime is 2 squared, t squared, 2t, and 2. And then the unit vector is t squared, 2t2 over the square root of t to the 4th plus 4t squared plus 4. This happens to be t squared plus 2 quantity squared, whose square root is t squared plus 2. For the derivative of each of these components, x is t squared over t squared minus 2. If I add 2 and quickly subtract 2, that becomes 1 minus 2 t squared plus 2 to the -1. Z you can write as 2 times t squared plus 2 to the -1. Therefore, the derivative of this would just be the opposite of this. So dx dt is positive 2 t squared plus 2 to the -2 times 2t, or 4t times t squared plus 2 squared. Therefore, z dt is just the opposite. dy dt, quotient rule, the function is 2t over t squared plus 2. So denominator times derivative of the numerator minus the numerator times derivative of the denominator over the denominator squared. 2t squared plus 4 minus 4t squared. That comes out to be 4 minus 2t squared. So unit normal vector, you can take any scalar multiple of the derivative vector. So in particular, you can cross off the t squared plus 2 squared, and you can also lose the factor of 2. So I took half of this, 2t, 2 minus t squared and -2t. Just completely ignore the denominator. Remember, it'll have the same unit normal vector over the square root of this thing squared plus this thing squared plus this thing squared. Okay, this comes out to be t to the 4th minus 4t squared plus 4 plus 8t squared, which is t to the 4th plus 4t squared plus 4, which happens to be t squared plus 2 quantity squared. So the unit normal is 2t, 2 minus t squared, -2t over t squared plus 2. Number 7, fx 21x squared y squared minus 9x squared y to the 4th. Fy is 14x cubed y minus 12x cubed y cubed. Fxx Take this one and differentiate with respect to x, 42xy squared minus 18xy to the fourth. Fyy, take the derivative of this with respect to y, 14x cubed minus 36x cubed y squared. Fxy or fyx, 42x squared y minus 36x squared y cubed. You can check that they both were. Either differentiate this with respect to y or differentiate this with respect to x. Number 8, z sub x is negative 2x, z sub y is 2y. At the given point of negative 5, negative 4, negative 9, z sub x is negative 2 times negative 5 is 10. Z sub y is 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. So z minus a negative 9, z plus 9 is fx, x minus a minus 5 plus zy minus 8, y minus a minus 4. Okay, you could have left it like that. But if you want to clean it up, this is 10x plus 15 minus 8y minus 32. And clean it up, 10x minus 8y, move the z over. And this comes out to be negative 9 because this combination is 18 subtracted over 10x minus 8y minus z is negative 9. Or if we multiply by negative 1, negative 10x plus 8y plus z equals 9. Number 9, f of x is this at the point 2, 4. Vector is negative 4, 3. Unit vector is negative 4, 3 divided by 5. It's a 3, 4, 5, basically radical 16 plus 9. So negative 4/5, 3/5 is a unit direction vector. Gradient vector, del f is partial with respect to x is 3 radical y. Partial with respect to y, this is y to the half. So 3 times a half, 3 halves x, y to negative a half, which can be rewritten as 3x over 2 radical y. Then I plug in 2 comma 4, put a 4 there, 3 times 2 is 6. Put a 2 here and a 4 here, you get 6 over 4 or 3 over 2. So the directional derivative of f in the direction of u is del f dot u, 6 comma 3 halves dot negative 4/5, 3/5, which is negative 24 over 5 plus 9 over 10. Clean it up, negative 39 over 10. Number 10, integral from negative 1 to 1 and from 0 to radical 1 minus x squared, e to the x squared plus y squared dy dx. Negative 1 to 1, that's going to be half a circle. And this is the unit circle, x squared plus y squared is 1. So r is going to go from 0 to 1, theta is going from 0 to pi. E to the r squared times r dr d theta, multiply inside by 2, outside by half. This thing does not depend on theta, so take out theta, which is pi over 2. Pi over 2 is referring to this. And e to the r squared 2r, the integral would just be e to the r squared from 0 to 1. Plug in 1, you get e. Plug in 0, you get 1. Final answer, pi over 2, e minus 1. Number 11, x squared plus y squared equals 4. Z is between negative 1 and 9. Okay, this quantity is the square root of r squared, which is just r. And you've got a circle of radius 2. We have x squared plus y squared equals 4. So r is going from 0 to 2. Theta from 0 to 2 pi. Z is going from negative 1 to 9 of r times r dz dr d theta. This expression does not depend on z or theta, so take out the length of their intervals. Length of the z interval is 10, that's for z. Length of the pi, the theta interval is 2 pi. R is r squared. Integrate. So 20 pi r cubed over 3 from 0 to 2. Plug in 0, you get 0. Plug in 2, you have 8 over 3. 160 pi over 3. 12. X squared plus y squared plus z squared is rho squared. This means sphere, center of the origin, radius of 5. So rho is going from 0 to 5. Theta is going from 0 to 2 pi. Phi is only going from 0 to pi. We've talked about that before. Rho squared times rho squared sine phi. D rho d theta d phi. Looks like this thing is frozen on me temporarily, so I have to stop and start again. Sorry about that. I think I'm back in business. All right, so this comes out to be, this expression does not depend on theta, so take out the length of the theta interval, 2 pi. Phi is going from 0 to pi, rho from 0 to 5, rho to the fourth, sine phi, d rho, don't need d theta anymore, d phi. So that's going to be rho to the fifth over 5. Okay, plug in 0, you get 0, plug in 5, you have 5 to the fourth power, which is 625 times the 2 pi. Integral from 0 to pi of sine of phi d phi. This is 1250 pi, should be a pi there. Negative cosine phi from 0 to pi. So it's negative 1250 pi, negative 1 minus 1, 2500 pi. 13, R prime, which is the same as dr, is 2t, 3t squared. F is x squared y cubed, which is t squared squared t cubed cubed. And then negative y radical x is negative t cubed times t, or t to the 13th, negative t to the 4th. So f dot dr is 2t to the 14th minus 3t to the 6th. So that's what I integrate from 0 to 1. 2t to the 15th over 15 minus 3t to the 7th over 7. Plug in 0, you get 0. Plug in 1, 2/15 minus 3/7. 14 minus 45 over 105, negative 31 over 105. 14, partial of q with respect to x equals the partial of p with respect to y, which is 5. Therefore, f is conservative. Fx is 4x plus 5y. Integrate with respect to x, 2x squared plus 5xy plus g of y. Differentiate with respect to y, 5x, that's nothing, plus g prime of y. Set it equal to 5x plus 4y. That forces g prime to be 4y. So g of y is 2y squared plus k. So f of xy is 2x squared plus 5xy plus 2y squared plus k. Since you're asked for any antiderivative, you could just let k be 0. 15, divergence of f is p sub x plus q sub y plus r sub z, 0, plus 15x squared z squared plus 0, 15x squared z squared. So triple integral, they're all going from negative 1 to 1. 15x squared z squared dx dy dz. This does not depend on y, so take out the length of the y interval. Take out the 15 also, so 15 times 2. Negative 1 to 1 for x and z, x squared z squared dx dz. So that's 30, x cubed over 3, z squared, x is going from negative 1 to 1. Take out the 3, that's going to be 10. Plug in, I have 1 minus a minus 1, that's 2. 2 times the 10 will be 20. So 20 integral from negative 1 to 1 of z squared, that's 20 z cubed over 3. That's 20 over 3, 1 minus a minus 1, which is 2. Final answer is 40 over 3. All right, so that was final exam for Calc 3, the 11 o'clock section. Hope you enjoyed the course, and everybody have a great holiday season and a Happy New Year. Okay, bye, everyone.